Okay, this is looking pretty good. I would say that the character could be leaning forward a bit more, bending from the waist further and tilting down more to match this one. And to do that and be balanced, you'd want to stick the butt out further behind the character, and then as a result, tilt the head up more as well to level it off once the body's tilted forward. That's sort of the big difference between this one and this one. Let's take a look at the rig and see how this is working. Okay, that seems to be going all right. Um, okay, that's not so good. Um, Something's off here. It looks to me like the joints aren't lined up for the thumb at all. You see that? Um, so come back to that, I guess. The heads hasn't been skinned properly. You can see it's sort of collapsing here. Um, and the eyes aren't bound. Yeah, it just looks like you've skipped a lot of steps, and you didn't, because all of this is covered in the module. The eyes and the fixing the head and that. So first, I'd go in here and let's toggle into the fit skeleton stage, and then you have to put this, line that up with the thumb. I think that's got the Y. That looks alright. Okay. And I mean, really, I would probably. I mean, this is look at how jagged that is. Like, let me make the joint size a little smaller. Maybe take the wireframe and shade it off. They're really display animation, joint size. Sort of going down, up, down, up, down, up. So I'll just use this, just D to try and straighten these out. Anyways, you really have to take it. But yeah, look how they're kind of all over the place. Um, yeah, really kind of uneven. They should, I mean, the fingers are pretty straight, so the joints should be pretty straight. And these should go out to the end of the fingertips. You just have to take your time with this stuff. You can't just kind of throw them in anywhere. Anyway, you should really take some more time and get those properly placed. Um, and while we're at it, let's check the eyeball joint. Um, Normally I put this here. That seems to be centered. Okay, good. All right, and let's rebuild advanced skeleton. And I mean, it doesn't look like you did any adjustments of the weights, so honestly, I would just redo that. So, because I don't think you'll be losing any work, so I'm just going to delete history, Alt Shift D, and I'll just do the eyes separately because we'll just bind those directly to the eye joints. And select the form joint, smooth bind options, geodesic voxel, bind skin. Alright, let's see if we have all those same problems or not. Yep, we still got that one. Okay, but let's see if the hand's working now. Okay, the hand's better. What I would say is let's try redoing these with heat map instead. I'm going to delete history on those two, select the form joints, and then bind skin, and this time try heat map, because I think it'll do better in understanding that these are separate than geodesic voxel did. Yes, great. Saves us some trouble of having to manually do all that stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and eyeballs I'll just do, manually real quick. So outliner, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just find I star under here, under the deformation system. This is the character's right eye, IR. I have the surface and this one joint selected. And then we'll do skin, bind skin options. It doesn't really matter what. We can use closest distance because we're only binding it to one joint. And this is the character's left eye and bind skin. And wireframe unshaded to see those move. Okay, those are working properly. The head, again, this is covered in the module under the section called, what's it called, like flood weights or something? Flooding weights, yeah, this one. So this covers how to fix the head. So if you watch this, that's that same head collapsing thing happens here and shows you how to fix all that and do that. But let's just take a look real quick. Might start with like this one and just let's right mouse click, paint, skin cluster weights, double click, go down to head. Where is head? Replace with a value of 1 flood. Oh, missed some. Might be better to, let me just isolate this. Control F9, and then I'll just deselect the neck, and I might use shrink selection. Oops, that's, oh no, that loses it from there. Whatever, I'll just deselect these. That's all I wanted to do. Okay, let's flood those, because I just missed this bit. Okay. And then unisolate that and take this, and that's working now. Great. Okay, so that's better. I can save that in case you want it.